NIT and means everybody, the first port of call is getting into NIT, but already we
Yes.
see that it is saturating. And so if it is
Yes.
saturating, the 10 year hence, what will be the scene? Correct. So again, yeah. So I will wait. I will wait. I think I will leave it to you people to start when you feel. I can start then. No problem.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
And unfortunately, I couldn't prepare slides because of my I couldn't. I was not well even now.
No,
Static. So, but okay, I will
no, sir.
cover one
I
more.
think we're actually very grateful that even you're not very well, but you gave us
No,
your
no, no,
time.
no,
It's
no,
we are
no, no,
very
come,
thankful
no.
for it.
That no, 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 no. I feel much more honored to be part of doing something for our friends of college. Yeah, that's good. Nothing. I don't take that way. Yes, I'm not able to stand and speak. I'm a consultant doing consulting for all my life. The speaking comes easy for us. Sometimes I make cough. So that's fine. Do you want me to start or do you want
No,
to
sir.
wait?
So, just a moment. I'll just
Let me
get
know.
back
I
with my
can.
team. They'll we'll begin in a few minutes. The only person you destined to become is the person you decide to be. Personality has the power to uplift, power to impress, power to curse, power to bless. I, Moni of Mechanical Engineering Branch, a batch of 2K21, is present here on behalf of the Mechanical Engineering Society of BIT Sindri to have an enlightening session about the most crucial aspect of every student's life, that is personality development. Following up with the most awaited question, how to prepare your CV, GD, and for the most awaited question about PI, personal interview. Before starting the session, I would request all the viewers to use the live comment feature with us and send us their queries and questions. I hope and believe everyone will respect and follow these guidelines. We will make sure not to leave any queries unanswered. Today we have Mr. Purnendu Kumar as our guest speaker, who is an alumnus of BIT Sindri batch 1989. Sir have completed his BTech in Mechanical Engineering from BIT Sindri Dhanbad. He works in consumer product and retail with 22 plus years of strategy, business, and operational transformation experience. Sir have also done a postgraduate diploma in management from IIM for IIM Ahemdabad. He's present here with us to provide insight and share his knowledge regarding various career opportunities that we get. Because continuous and professional development is the key to the future. And once again, would like to welcome Mr. Purnendu Kumar. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your time. Despite being so many things that you were not well, but we are very grateful that you're here.
Thanks.
MES, Mechanical Engineering Society. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
MES, Mechanical Engineering Society. Right, Sindri. Pardon, sir?
Carry.
Yes, sir. Mechanical Engineering Society of BIT Sindri was established to meet diversified challenges and to bring out innovative approaches in the field of mechanical engineering with the motto of development, exposure, and connection. It focuses on the wholesome development and enhancement of technical skills in the students of BIT Sindri. It provides inner exposure and practical application of concept and avail the members a platform to enrich the management skills. Under the leadership and guidance of our esteemed professor, Dr. Manoj Kumar, head of Department of Mechanical Engineering, MES is flourishing and progressing toward achieving its goal. As we all know, personality is one of the most powerful weapon in this era, whether it be for a job interview or a unique career path. We all know that an investment in personality development is the best investment anyone could make. All of these doubts, especially in college, whether it be for first year, second year, or any year, they have this one query: how to prepare for CV, how to build it strong, how to prepare for GD, and most difficult for PI. To address this critical issue that students face in their college life, we have Sir with us to have a session on personality development. Sir, I would request you to please proceed with the session.
Hey, thanks, Moni.
And thank you, sir.
Hey, thanks for the kind introduction, and happy New Year to all of you. And I look forward to this session.
Happy New Year, sir.
I've been waiting for long in terms of trying to get in touch with our college friends. Yeah, good to be here. So the next 50 odd minutes or so, what I will try to do, try to take you through in terms of what should we do, say, while preparing a CV or while preparing for your group discussions and say personal interviews. Of course, it is not that in 1 hour. I am not a coach per se. It is all my experience, what I learned from my failures. Exactly that, and
Yes.
I would like to share with you. And please feel free to ask me any questions that you people may have. I'm fine. I don't lose my temper if somebody interjects. So don't worry. Huh? So I'm quite okay with that. Just keep track of. And there are other people on the call, so they should also benefit from this, the time they are going to spend here. Thanks all.
Yes.
Mm. So now, if you look at in terms of when we prepare, so what is, if you look at uh, the era from I come in, correct? We used to, there was nothing called a, say, preparation for campus interviews and any other thing, because we all were dependent on public sectors, and the form is to come in
Yes.
employment news, and if you miss that employment news, so there are chances that you may miss applying for that, because there was no other internet or anything that you could. And if you are, most of us came from smaller towns, smaller cities, where you didn't have a network of people also, correct? So but thankfully things change,
Yes.
and things change for better. I always take it that all of you, almost all of you, are much smarter and much informed than what we were. And some of you, and definitely even now, I won't consider myself as I'm up to date, because you people are much more closer to the reality what is happening, but still I will try to put it across what exactly I feel. So when you look at preparation for the interviews or anything, the first and foremost, what I see, what I learned, what I see, is we tend to think too much about ourselves. Okay, so what happens when I say ourselves, we try to see कि मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ, and what I can write in my CV, what I can I write this, can I write that, and we end up writing too many things, and it goes into some pages. Of course, you people are fresher, kind of most of you, so you may not have tons of pages to fill, but still I feel any, even at my age, I'm 50, I can write, my CV is only one page. There is not much more than that, and I, that also I find it difficult to fill, because you, so how, what exactly should be done? We have to put the person in front of you, okay, whom, or company where you are applying, and think about them before to prepare your CV. Having said so, don't think that you have to prepare 10 CVs for 10 companies. 90% will always be very similar, because
Yes.
but yes, so think about the person in front. If so, I have seen people writing a lot of things, some achievement of school, primary school, secondary school, doesn't fly. I will be very honest, because how does
Yes.
that company benefit from there? If you are class monitor somewhere, a lemon and a spoon, you are winner, kind of stuff. I may make some comments just as sarky, but don't take it people right. But yes,
Yes,
so
sir.
be careful. If it says, say, there will be broadly say 3 4 types of companies coming to the campus. There will be, say, technology companies, the IT service providers that you see. There will be some core companies, and in core also there could be production companies and some other type of companies. Some companies, they civil and mechanical as well, even if they are in engineering firms. So try to build something, try to put something which are relevant to them. When I say relevant to them, try to understand what is important for that industry. Suppose you are writing for an IT industry. Now, in IT, what are the key things? IT, there are, say, 3 4 types of what they do, correct? One is,
Yes.
they will be doing software development, they will be doing software maintenance, they will be doing operations part of it, and of course, some testing and all of that. But core, most of the companies, you will all know, I know you people are very smart, you will know, they take it for maintenance kind of work, correct? So
Yes,
because that's where they try to, they have the bigger deals, $100 million deal or $200 million deal kind of
yes,
things. So again, when you are doing that and trying to impress them with something which is not very important, just try to in the CV, when you look at the CV piece, uh, I will, I will okay, sorry, I will come to the CV. Then second thing that keep in mind, first is to keep in mind for whom you are preparing this document. Okay. Second thing
yes,
keep in mind is while you are doing a GD or interviews, there is no correct or incorrect answer. Okay, always keep in mind, don't feel that ये आंसर गलत हो गया, नहीं, आंसर गलत नहीं होता है. I will tell you hundreds of, but unless it is a very technical question, of course, but business scenarios or
yes,
many other things, or your point of view, when somebody is asking your point of view can never be right or wrong. Point of view is my point of view,
true,
correct?
sir.
And I may be thinking in a way, and that can be correct. When at my age I can prove anything with my logic, but that doesn't mean that is the correct. Maybe you are true. So don't think too much whether it's correct or incorrect. Try to be logical. Take it that way. The main part is, as an interview or these things are, is confidence. That is the key. I'll tell you. No, I will tell you. I am a very meek person. I have improved a lot, but my confidence was always very low. I came from a background where we never spoke English, correct? So we passed out to engineering, and I tried. I'm one of those guys who didn't study engineering. Okay, I will very honest. Very embarrassed to say that I was a very poor student in mechanical engineering. I was not even in top 20. Okay, and but by third year, somehow I lost interest. Huh? So I thought, okay, I will do MBA. But I will tell you honestly, I've not seen a single person who has done MBA in my life. Okay, just hearing somewhere here there, because I felt that I can do this without doing without engineering knowledge. I can manage this, so I thought of doing MBA. Now, when I and in our time, you people may know, we used to, session used to get late. Huh? So we, all of us, every batch used to pass in November, December. So I wrote my first set of MBA entrance that year itself, 93 December, November, December, because 92 you cannot write, because we knew that our results will come only in November. December. It's 93, and
Yes,
I was shocked. I mean, I qualified a few of them. Then when I went to do give my interview at GDs, and these colleges, premium colleges, IMC and those kind of, I couldn't open my mouth in my first GD. That was my first GD of my life, and I couldn't open my mouth. I was just overwhelmed by the kind of people, the smart people who were there in the room. Just uh, came out very, very disappointed, and so disappointed, so much disappointed that I felt this is not my cup of tea with my kind of confidence level. It's not that I can't speak English. Like, we all know English, but I couldn't speak from the background that we come. So that was one big lesson for me. So then I just started searching for job and all, and thankfully got into a public sector. And then again, stories. Then of course you need to be a determined guy. So I knew that there is some
yes,
uh, business that is still left. So I went to
I guess we are facing some network issue. We'll make sure to get back to you just in a second. Till now, sir, have discussed about how to prepare for your CV. As sir mentioned that CV should not be too long. It had to be precise. Yes, sir. Sir, your mic is on mute, I believe.
Here, my laptop
Yes.
restarted. I don't know. Some update was pending. Sorry for that. This is my personal laptop. I'm
No
really sorry.
issues,
I'm really sorry. I didn't
sir.
knew. Ah, I'm very, very sorry for that. So,
Sir,
yeah.
please
So
continue. It's
then
okay.
I felt that there was some business left. So again, after a couple of years, again tried. And then, okay. So what was the difference? Difference was the two things that happened. One, my confidence level went up because when you go out and meet people outside in the outside world, then you see that not everybody is has thought that you feel. And we are also very good. It's just that we some people are more articulate than us. Correct. That's the only thing. They have confidence. They can talk any bullshit and appear as if they are very knowledgeable. So keep that thing in mind. Key confidence is the key. And second was, of course, you need to keep this always, huh? You are the young people. Always think that this is not the end of the world if you don't get into somewhere. Huh? Always have like दुनिया जाए तेल लेने वाला approach है always, because whatever
Yes.
is will happen, it will come at some point of time. It will. So with that, let's get into what we should do while preparing a CV. Correct. Now, CV, try to make a single page because you people are fresher. You will not have a lot of experience per se. Now, I have seen some CVs. Again, no comment on you people. I don't know about yourself. Is they spend too much time. Half the page goes into your address and your three schools that you have gone and their past. Now, that's of no use for the person who is. And then and these are the things that take you to two page, three page. No need. They just don't care. Okay, so the people who are going to take it, just have a very sharp your name and below that have a say 20, 25, 30 word, very brief about what exactly you are. Okay, and what you bring to the table, very sharply defined, and and don't use a very jargon kind of a thing, tough words. Don't try to be. If you are comfortable, if your language you have command, very well, do it. No problem at all. But if it should not feel that you have picked up something from thesaurus and trying to fit it. Don't try to do that because
Yes.
this is not the only way. And people figure out. Correct. People are very old enough, experienced enough to know that if it is not flowing, so use that very very specific. So what skills that you bring in, suppose you are a mechanical engineer or a chemical engineer, in that one you may have some preferences. Again, this can change basis the company that you are applying to. So you say mechanical guys can talk about ki, my I'm a keen engineering kind of a thing, or heat transfer kind of a thing, or power sector is something of my interest. Put that in there. Put that what
Yes.
put some of those things in the top. Okay, so your name, and then that is the key that will define what exactly you are trying to pitch for. Okay, that should be at the top. That may be a summary of whatever thing that you are writing in the below, uh, but it should be at the top. You're very clear. These are the things that you bring to the table for your company. Okay, then you write some education qualification and all, very sharp, two three bullet point. Don't write a big table. You're wasting your time because people next page, people won't see. I will tell you very honestly, if they even if they see the their uh, a level of what do you call it, will be hardly 10%. They won't pick up anything in that.
Yes. Patience, they don't have that patience to look for the next page.
Yes. Very people have low this thing. They will be going through hundreds, thousands of these papers. Correct? How can they do it? You know. So and below that, then you come to is your skills. Now this is very important. Okay. Now uh, what you study is fine, but how do you differentiate? And you people, again, I take it that you people are very smart. So whatever is happening globally or in the sector, say suppose if you pick up some skills. Now there are so many courses, correct? You must do those courses. I will be very honest. You must do, say, even if you want to pick, say, oft repeated data, है ना? So some ETL courses, है ना? So SQL डाल दो, कुछ पाइथन डाल दो, कुछ टैबलो डाल दो, मैंने विजुअलाइजेशन का डाल दो. तो have some skills which are uh, going on, है ना? Especially these skills you must do. Say these courses are very small courses. Pick up on Coursera में कर लो, कहीं भी कर लो. I don't know many sources and all. You people will know, but you must do because you are fresher. You don't have much to write. Rather than writing some small thing here there, have a hard hitting. These are the 4 5 skills that I have built along with my degree. So put those skills
Yes,
which
sir.
are important. Any questions? No, no. I heard some voice. Otherwise, or can I continue? Then you can mention
Please
what.
continue.
Sorry.
Yes, sir. I was saying that we could tackle the questions afterwards. You could please continue.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Now,
Yes, sir.
let me open my jacket. I took a antibiotic and now I'm sweaty. Just. Huh. So now you put your skills. Then comes the next section, what you have done. Okay, skills is what you have developed in yourself to help the company. Now what you have done, then here again, like this initiative, when most of you will be doing some people will be doing some NGO social service work, some people will be doing this. Don't write member of this. No, that doesn't fly. That doesn't mean anything because there is no way they can check whether you are a member or not. I will be very honest. Correct? Nobody asking for your certificate for that. You
Yes.
have to mention what exactly was done. है ना? Suppose this is session that I am doing. It can be written. I am just throwing an idea that as part of MES uh, we uh, we conducted or we organized, we conceptualized a series of alumni interactions which focused on
Mm.
future development of our team members. And in that one, interacting with the alumni and setting up the whole thing, topic, selection of topics, selection of the areas. So put something that you are trying to apply mind to it. Okay, member of something is not applying mind. Okay, so so again, it's something play of words, and fine, you use it, everybody does it, but put something which applied mind, and you conceptualized, and these kind of keywords I'm not talking about. You evaluated, you did something, and then you conducted, say, so 14 sessions in the last 12 years, whatever. So you apply those. Then you in college you must be doing many other things. We must and put something. If you are sports enthusiast, you can if you have done something in sports and many others, huh? So have some points around that. And then so these are all your achievements, some of the things that you did. And the last one will be, say, you can put it some hobbies, interests, and some of those things. But again, just don't put painting and all those kind of stuff, okay, which are very obtuse, unless you write ki, I've done a painting exhibition in Dhanbad, whatever, है ना? Dinawali school, I was winner, whatever it is. So those kind of stuff. Otherwise, just writing for the sake of that, people know, है ना? लिख दिया है. So try to put something which has a little bit action to that, little bit achievement to that, little bit say showing that you are a self-starter. So these are the things. What people look at, and all those interviewers, they look for your whether you are a self-starter, the attitude. Okay, nothing else. Nothing else. Don't get into they will ask you Python code and all. They, they look at your confidence, how quickly you are able to grasp whatever they ask, and then you try to answer them. So those things. So it should CV. So CV is the first paper that goes out from your side. Be careful. Don't use too many words. Try to put it, have brevity in that. And you can write a very beautiful one pager. Uh, in case you people need some help, later on, you can reach out to me as well. Uh, but the CV is the first point of this thing. And don't write any general things. Avoid doing that unless there will be enough. You think hard, there will be enough that you would have done. It's not that I cannot agree that people at your age won't have done something beautiful, something interesting in their life that that cannot be mentioned on the CV. Okay. No, and as I said, CV, the top portion with the keywords is the most important one nowadays. So this is the campus, but if you apply outside campus and many other things you will be doing, so they just look for words. Correct? You people know that they don't go through because they are all AIM driven search. They don't go through the CV. So those keywords they will pick it up and then you will get selected. They don't do a physical check. It doesn't come to Purnendu Kumar. ये 500 CV है, give me 10 out of it. No, the system does it. So if you miss on those keywords and if you then you may miss. So that's why some kind of a customization is helpful when you are doing that. That's on the CV side. Any questions? I can take it, or I will go to GD piece of it.
Uh, so there was a question about how did you build your confidence? As you mentioned, a lot of students right now in college,
Mm,
they are not very habituated with the language. They're not very comfortable with the
mm,
language. They've
mm,
come from different background. As
yeah,
you could relate, as you mentioned,
yeah.
you have struggled the same. So,
Mm.
how did you build the confidence? Could you tell them? Could you motivate them? Because a lot of them are facing the same issue.
Yes, yes. No, no, no. Fair enough. I've gone through that. Yeah, I've gone through that. हाँ देखो क्या है ना first
Yes.
thing is to feel that I need to build that है ना so it won't if I don't build uh, it won't help. First thing is to realize it boils down to I will tell you and that's what I keep telling younger generation. If you have the fire, correct, it's all boils down to how desperate you are to do something, correct. Now how to build it, you realize that you are not in good in English. I was not. I mean, I could speak. I told you, and even reaching that level of, and people they laugh now. They say, "How it's impossible. How you cleared, cat? Cleared. That's okay." So realize that. Second is try to put that in practice. Even in college you will have some opportunities, correct. And boss मैं बता रहा हूँ, I'll tell you very honestly, is just 2 3 times you do it, after that it starts working, it comes into auto mode. It's just uh, we are too much shy to say because देखो हमारा क्या है ना, we all in this typical of India, people will laugh at you, at worst what is that, people will laugh
True.
at हाँ, ये होता है, हमारे टाइम भी होता था, आपके टाइम में भी हो ही रहा होगा। एंड आई ऑल्सो नेवर डिड दैट
Yes.
इन कॉलेज बिकॉज कॉलेज से निकल गया और नहीं बोल पाता। आई ऑल्सो even though I was a secretary of Leo Club, okay, so in my time, and I was, I don't know, Leo Club and all are there now.
Actually, I'm a member of Leo Club.
Good.
I'm also a member of.
Uh, there is to be a planning forum also. Is it still there? The quizzing society?
Yes. Uh,
So I was the president of planning
Sir,
forum. Yeah, yeah.
oh, sir, sir, it's great to have you. Actually, we didn't know about it, and it's a great information. So right now, because of after the COVID, a lot of things have been held,
हाँ
but
हाँ हाँ
now we are regaining it back. We're on the
हाँ
track. We are working on it.
Good, good, good.
Yes.
No, no, yeah, COVID, of course, has taken a big toll on everything. But yeah, yeah,
Yes.
good to know that. So I was secretary in my third year and planning for, I was the chairman, president, whatever they used to call it. So yeah, I used to do a lot of quizzing. So देखो, I had the basics were there, है ना? Even in Leo Club, if they used to ask me, okay, being a secretary, I used to like what Moni you are doing, trying to introduce pressure of the year contest we used to conduct, है ना? पसीना छूट जाता था, है ना? Today तो I'm not well, वहाँ well रह के भी पसीना छूटता था, ठीक है? तो but what I can do, what we can do, and some of you can do is पुट डबल द एफर्ट यार, एज सिंपल एज इट। कोई नहीं और आएगा तेरे पास, है ना। और ये कोचिंग फोचिंग से नहीं होता है ना। दिस आर ऑल आपको ही करनी है, एंड एंड हो जाता है, गारंटेड, 100% होना ही है। इट्स जस्ट 2-3 टाइम्स यू नीड टू गेट आउट ऑफ। पीपल हंसते हैं, अरे हंसने दे यार, क्या जाता है, पूरी जिंदगी थोड़ी उनके साथ रहना है ना। हम वी ऑल आर we tend to I always feel that a lot of things in campus are good, every campus, not only your campus, but a lot of peer group also doesn't help in terms of your group. So build those kind of friends, and ऐसा नहीं कि कट ऑफ हो जाओ, वो इजी नहीं है। आई विल नॉट से, आई एम वेरी प्रैक्टिकल पर्सन, बट कीप वर्किंग ऑन दैट। सो मैं, मेरे दोस्त लगते और मुकुल डावा बैठ के चाय भी पीते, तो मैं भी वहीं चाय सुट्टा ही बैठ, लेकिन साथ साथ में लियो क्लब भी करता था साथ में, क्योंकि कुछ करता था, है ना। तो वो भी करना है, अपना क्लियर रहो, ट्राई करो, 2-3 बार बहुत एम्बैरेसमेंट होएगा, दैट्स ओके यार, क्या जाता है, क्या मतलब क्या हो जाएगा, क्या करना है यार।
Yes.
नहीं सीखेंगे ऐसे तो फिर कौन सिखाएगा। एंड कॉलेज इज द बेस्ट प्लेस टू ट्राई इट आउट। बाहर निकल गए तो उसके बाद कहाँ बोलोगे, वेरी विल ठीक है, कोई मिलेगा नहीं, सीधा इंटरव्यू जीडी में बोलोगे, वहां पे फाइट हो जाएगी, तो यू विल लूज अ चांस, करेक्ट है। सो दैट वे दुनिया
Yes.
जाए तेल लेने, कीप दैट एटीट्यूड, आई ऑलवेज कीप इट, आई एम वेरी इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक पर्सन दैट वे। मुझे कुछ नहीं फर्क पड़ता, आई जस्ट
Yes.
2 minutes I'll take. I was I was almost 90 kg, okay, 3 years back, and एक दिन मुझे लगा कि आई हैव टू थिंक अबाउट हेल्थ, है ना। आजकल हेल्थ का काफी चलता भी है, लोग भी बताते रहते
Yes.
हैं। देन मैंने कहा कि मैं आई विल रन, आई विल रन। तो व्हाट आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग, आई स्टार्टेड रोड पे निकलता था, आई स्टे इन बैंगलोर में, निकलता था, दौड़ता था, मोटा था, लेकिन बहुत अंदर से शर्म आती थी कि इतना मोटा आदमी दौड़ के 50 मीटर जाके हाँकता था। लेकिन बट आई वाज वेरी दिस थिंग कि मुझे ये करनी है तो करनी है, मैं ही कर सकता हूँ, है ना। नोबडी एल्स विल कैन हेल्प मी बाय देयर रनिंग। आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग इट। सो व्हाट आई स्टार्टेड, आई विल टेल यू व्हाट आई डिड वेरी। is my system, is it okay, can you hear me? I think my Bluetooth is connecting.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sure.
ठीक। Okay, so uh, so what I started, you won't believe, I used to run at 4:30 a.m. कि कोई मुझे देखे नहीं, ठीक है। तो बुरा मुझे भी लगता था, तो आई स्टार्टेड, एंड within 10 months I ran half marathon, I ran मुंबई जाके मैराथन रहा, बहुत सारा दौड़। अभी मैं लास्ट 1 ईयर से थोड़ा, कोविड के बाद से थोड़ा ये हो गया, अगेन आई स्टार्टेड। आई नो मैं, मुझे इस साल फुल दौड़ना है। वेट,
Sir, I guess your voice is not audible. Is there the issue with the mic? Could you please check?
I think somebody is not on mute.
Now you're audible.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now it's absolutely fine. Please
ओके,
continue.
ओके। सो दैट्स व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग। तो आप कॉलेज में फेल करोगे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ट्राई इट आउट, हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा, बस 2-3-4 झटका लगता है, लेकिन यू हैव, ओनली यू कैन डू इट, और कोई उपाय नहीं है। यू रीड एज मच एज पॉसिबल, पिक अप सम, and second thing, what I used to, again, and people like me who come from similar background, we always get overwhelmed, because हमारे टाइम में भी the people who used to come from Jamshedpur or Ranchi, or say a lot of people used to come from Delhi, है ना, जो domicile है वो, तो of course they are very sophisticated, and हम लोग को we always used to think कि वो तो ऐसा है, तो उनसे, उनके कंपैरिजन में हम छोड़ ही देते थे, है ना। डोंट गेट इनटू दैट, वो भी एक रीजन। डोंट गेट इनटू दैट यार, अपना हम अपना है। आई कम फ्रॉम, मैं जहाँ से हूँ, मैं वहाँ के लेवल पे ही बोलूंगा, लेकिन बोलना तो शुरू करो, आफ्टर दैट तो फिर कुछ है ही नहीं, जानते तो हम सब हैं। इट जस्ट वी हैव टू स्टार्ट समवेयर। So that helped me. And first is to realize that I have to do it, and आई एम वेरी शेमलेस इन दैट कि मुझे करनी है तो करनी है ना. सो दैट कीप दैट इन योर.
Okay, sir.
Now, coming to when you prepare for, say, GD, you know, since this is a short session, I will try to cover as much as possible. So, now GD में क्या होता है? Uh, uh, there are few ways of managing it, correct? आप देखते होगे, and typical, I don't know how you people have seen, क्या होता है, लोगों को लगता है कि जो सबसे पहले स्टार्ट हो गया, दबा मारने लगा, वो निकल गया, है ना? दैट्स व्हाट वी थिंक, एंड दैट्स व्हाट लगे रहते हैं लोग कि हम स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. दैट डजंट हेल्प, है ना? कीप दैट, आई विल पुट इट इन राइटिंग, दैट डजंट हेल्प एट ऑल. GDs आर डिजाइंड, जो सामने वाला है उसको सब दिख रहा है ना, उसको मालूम है ना, वो ये झगड़ा लड़ाई हर साल देखता है, कल भी देखा होगा, आज भी देखेगा. तो if, and there are personalities, there are some personalities uh, who are more forthcoming. There are introverts who try to think and then come to that. All are right. There is no, I told earlier, no correct or incorrect way of doing it. Now GD में क्या है, आप क्या कर सकते हो when you are getting into that easiest way. देखो, GD is again not to prove this point is correct or wrong. हमारे यहाँ क्या होता है, we start fighting with each other कि तेरा point गलत है. दैट्स नॉट द जीडी.
Hmm.
जीडी ये थोड़ी डिसाइड कर रहा है कि फ्रांस की कैपिटल कहाँ है ना? जीडी तो डिसाइड कर रहा है कि फ्रेंच लिविंग इन न्यूक्लियर रिएक्टर्स एंड डिपेंडेंस ऑन रशियन गैस, वेदर दैट इज राइट और रॉन्ग, करेक्ट? उसका तो आप दोनों पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है ना, तभी तो जीडी में आते हैं. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, वी स्टार्ट फाइटिंग विथ ईच अदर इन टर्म्स ऑफ ट्राइंग टू प्रूव समबडी रॉन्ग. डोंट गेट इनटू दैट. देयर आर वेज ऑफ सेइंग दैट, है ना? There is ways of putting your words. So when you say, uh, so start like this, whenever you are GD, you say this is an interesting topic and this has this side and this side, correct? It will have both side. Let's discuss, so if you are, say, you like to take initiative, you can start like this rather than telling this is wrong, this is right. No, don't get into that. Then what you can do, then you can put some points as and when you get a chance, your point. Sometimes क्या होता है, हमारे पास टेंशन क्या होते रहता है, हमें लगता है यार मेरे पास तो ये दो पॉइंट है, ये बोल दिया तो फिर हम क्या बोलेंगे, करेक्ट? दैट इज ऑल्सो चैलेंज दैट वी have, correct? These are real life challenges. Not all GDs questions will be very well known to all of us, correct? One of the GD in one of the IIMs, they asked, the topic was कि AICTE है ना, is solely responsible for the mess created in the MBA education in India. Okay. ना, पूरा ग्रुप को कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आया ये है क्या टॉपिक. नेचुरल है. आई न्यू द टॉपिक, ठीक है. तो जब ये टॉपिक आया तो मुझे तो मालूम था कि ये तो मैं सीधा छक्का मारूंगा. हाँ, आराम से देखता हूँ क्या बोलते हैं लोग, है ना. And I usually I start a bit late. I don't jump into that. I don't want to. I start late. तो पीपल कुछ से कुछ बोलने लगे तो था ही नहीं, पॉइंट ही नहीं मालूम था उनको क्या है. देन मैं आराम से समझाया, तो मुझे तो मालूम ही था. इंटरव्यू में जब मैं गया आफ्टर दैट यस कि तुमको और कहाँ-कहाँ से कॉल आया, बिकॉज़ आई न्यू दैट दिस इज़ डन फॉर मी, इट वाज़ वेंट ऑफ सो वेल. एनीवे, सो जीडी में क्या है कि यू डोंट ट्राई टू jump, don't try to cross, keep these things in mind. Don't cross your fellow speakers. Have respect, because you are any company when you are getting hired, nobody will like you to cross your colleague, correct? You have to work together. Nobody is Steve Jobs, nobody is Elon Musk, correct? We are all very normal IT coolies here. And, sorry to use that word, but yes, we don't want, they don't want you to come and be aggressive with your colleagues. So let people who are aggressive, you get your time, you will get a slot, two, three people, let them fight it out. Then come, whatever we have heard, even your points you feel here, you can still do. I have seen the most of the successful GD, when I've seen attended many, the people who are been very successful are usually people who don't have any point here. But what they did well was summarize it well and created the outcome of the GD very well. The, these are real leadership. Why in a company? Why I'm in any company that I work in? There will be many people, correct? If I know everything, then either my team is not required, correct? But that doesn't mean, and if I don't know anything, but I will have more other skills, and I may be able to think, pro it a bit further, put some other industry to this. Suppose I'm a consumer and retail person, uh, I can take, if I'm well read, I know how automotive retail is working. I can pick up some good things from there and here. So I may not be very strong in say fashion retailing of my teammate, but I can bring something. Correct. So try to do those kind of things. So JD, take it coolly. Don't jump. Don't cross. Don't increase your this thing. It works. Believe me, it works. एक एक आध में झटका लगेगा लेकिन इट वर्क्स कभी क्रॉस नहीं करना है स्ट्रांगली बिकॉज इट इज नॉट टू प्रूव somebody wrong, it is to provide what is your perspective. Okay, keep that in mind. And लास्ट में कोशिश करो आने का है कम इन द एंड try to put some summarize some of those things that works very well, very very well, because that is something that they carry when everybody leaves home. They don't carry what you were talking in the beginning. Okay. Now, coming to the next, which is the personal interviews. Now, what I have seen and what has worked for me, almost 90% of the questions will be very similar across the company. So prepare your personal interview questions. Spend time on that. Okay. Look sometimes very awkward, when you are writing your. But if you have to work, I've seen a lot more successful people than me how they prepare and learning from them. Uh, they prepare, they ask themselves, like, tell me about yourself. That is the first question usually comes. What I should say. Some people start with their
Yes.
primary school and those things. Bullshit. Don't get into that. Tell me about yourself. That's where your first, talking about the first portion of your CV comes into play. Uh, have a cohesiveness with whatever you're, because they have your CV correct in front of you, so they will be. Sorry. So, so tell me, prepare that three, four liners, huh? Very well structured.
Yes.
It helps. I'll tell you, वो ऐसा इमेज बनाता है ना कि और कुछ लोग ऐसे ही आके जनरल बोलना चालू कर देते हैं, born and brought up in मुंगेर नियर गंगा, that doesn't work, right? तो आप कोशिश करो उसको क्वेश्चंस तैयार करो, ठीक है, वर्क ऑन दैट क्वेश्चंस। देन कोई भी चीज को ना बहुत ज्यादा खींचो मत। पर्सनल इंटरव्यूज में आई हैव सीन पीपल दे टेंड टू स्पीक अ बिट टू मच, that because your
Mm.
person sitting in front of you doesn't have time. He's not interested in so many. He has to clean every 10 minutes. He has to take an interview, and you are wasting your time if you continue on and on and on. So brevity, trying to focus on your what you are going to speak. Prepare that, and don't speak too much. Don't speak too much, please. That doesn't fly anywhere, any company, any. Don't speak too much. अरे सामने वाले को बोलने दो यार, उसका ईगो है, उसको बोलने नहीं दे रहे हो, तुम बोले जा रहे हो, है ना? So then keep that thing in mind. So don't speak too much. Questions like why you are applying to this company, है ना? Prepare that. And don't give some general answer, है ना? You are the top Fortune 500 company. That's so prepare something relative to that, read about that company, थोड़ा spend करना होता है. And actually I have seen the good people, the people who they prepare, and we take it very casual, and I also used to do that. But people prepare, they read about that. मैंने आपको तो नहीं मालूम होगा, जैसे suppose I apply somewhere, I get to know कि who is going to interview me. मैं उसमें कम से कम 3-4 घंटा उस आदमी को रिसर्च करता हूँ, नॉट ओनली लिंक्डइन हो कहीं इंटरव्यू दिया हुआ, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स दे आर सीनियर पीपल, क्या बोला है नहीं बोला है, क्या what are their priorities, not priorities, and then you come with a point of view. Otherwise it won't gel, है ना, what he is expecting. If you speak his language 2-3 words, वो खटाक से लग जाएगा आप किसी. But you can look at from your company, the company that you applied, So try to spend some time, prepare. These are the two, three new initiatives they are doing. And so suppose, and then these are typical questions, correct? Tell me about yourself, why you are applying here, and then any questions for me. So again, any questions for me, have very clear, simple questions you can ask that what is the first 3 months, 6 months looks like in your company for a fresher, or what kind of skill learning development program is there, because you are a fresher you can ask these questions. I cannot बोलेगा यार तुझको तो लाया पढ़ाने के लिए तू पढ़ना. So that you can always do that. Learning and development program पे भी पूछ सकते हो, है ना, इस तरह का. Sometimes you can ask about the business thing also. Which geographies you are stronger, US, UK. Don't ask negative questions. ये नहीं पूछ लेना कि रिसेशन में दुनिया जा रहा है आपका क्या होगा, है ना. Never ever, never ever, है ना. Have positive mindset in your conversations. Don't get into कि भाई साहब आपका तो लग गया, है ना. Don't do those. और आज के anything कि competitiveness क्या है, ये सब क्वेश्चन are not for you. What you have to do here, you have to ask question what is only relevant for you. Don't ask questions which are not relevant for you. For the sake of asking question, don't ask wrong questions. Very clear. Read about the company. So these are broadly, if you look at some cues, and of course, uh, there are always, as I told, many ways of doing things. There is no one way of doing correct things. Be have fire in your belly कि मुझे ये निकालना है, and prepare for that. And it's not very difficult. I'll tell you, if person like me who comes from a very average background, we can do. तो आप लोग तो अच्छा कर ही सकते हो यार. आप ये जमाना, you people are much smarter than me. I always feel कि uh, we are not doing enough actually. The kind of talent we have in our campus, इतनी अच्छी कॉलेज है. आप लोग ये नॉर्मल जॉब शॉप्स में जाके मत फंसो, आगे करो, है ना. I always, when Divya was connected with me, thanks Divya for that. He I told कि फर्दर स्टडीज से नीचे मत जाओ यार, तुम लोग जाओगे तो एज ए स्टॉप कैप आगे बढ़ो यार.
Yes,
दुनिया ना स्पेशलाइजेशन पे जा रहा है. क्यों
true.
क्यों आप लोग ये ये जो था ना, एक हमारा जनरेशन था, हमारा जनरेशन भी कम ही था. लोग सब Y2K में चले गए सब, है ना, हमारे में. और वहां जाके कुछ भी टेस्टिंग कर रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं. यार बोल मतलब कुछ ऐसा करो यार जो तुम बोल पाओ कर क्या रहे हो यार. मतलब जस्ट ऑन साइट चले गए तो गाड़ी हो गई बड़ी, तो उससे थोड़ी कुछ होता है यार. वो सब कुछ काम नहीं आता है. ट्राई टू स्टडी अ बिट मोर, है ना. Do MS, do MTech, do MBA. I will always suggest. बहुत अच्छा होता है यार. I mean, my personal this thing is
Yes,
lot of perspective. Not only I'm not talking about only career. I'm not a very career oriented person. To you, you will be surprised to know. I'm a very my interests are very different. But but my curiosity is very high. I have a very high curiosity in my belly. So I keep, I cannot stop. Even now, every week I have to read a book new. So that kind of curiosity I come in. But आप लोग करो, हैं आप लोग अच्छा करो.
yes,
बस and believe in
sure,
this
sir.
thing. अगर एक जगह नहीं होता है, अरे नहीं आता है. कौन सा देखो हमारे टाइम में तो था नहीं कैंपस. मैंने I did my MBA, तो वहाँ पे तो खैर बहुत बड़े बड़े कंपनीज आते हैं. वहाँ पे देखता था वैकेंसी में नहीं हुआ तो लोग का बुखार छूट गया रात को क्या. और क्या जो ज्वाइन भी कर लिया 3 महीने बाद
Mm.
फिर अप्लाई कर रहा है, क्या बकवास. उसके लिए इतना मतलब लोग ऐसे हो जाते हैं, इतना ये हो जाते हैं, नहीं हुआ हुआ. और हर आदमी 3 महीने बाद अप्लाई कर रहा है दूसरी जगह. तो फिर क्या बकवास, है ना. वाई वाई टेक इट सो मच लोड. वो हो ही जाएगा, आज नहीं तो कल हो जाएगा. गुड कॉलेज यू आर, यू ऑल ऑफ यू आर. एंड ऑफ कोर्स अच्छे लोग हो, अच्छे जगह से आए हो. वो होना ही है, कोई सवाल ही नहीं है नहीं होने का. किसी को थोड़ा टाइम लग जाता है, मुझे ही टाइम लग गया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. अब अभी मैं 50 साल का, मुझे याद भी नहीं है कि वो मुझे वो 6 महीने मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, वो याद भी नहीं है क्या कर रहा था मैं उसमें. अभी लगता है कि यार उससे अच्छा मैं 1 साल कुछ नहीं करता, मछली मारता, है ना. अभी तो इतना लाइफ में फाइट हो गई. तो पीछे देखोगे तो याद भी नहीं रहेगा कि वो ब्लैंक हो गया था तेरा कुछ महीना. डोंट गेट डिसहार्टेंड बाय दिस थिंग. मेन ये है कि लगे रहो, कुछ आगे करने का सोचते रहो, कोशिश करते रहो. सब कुछ अपने टाइम पे हो जाता है. जब होता है आता है टाइम होता है, कुछ लोग को जल्दी में, कुछ लोग को लेट, दैट्स दुनिया का तो नियम है यार, क्या कर सकते हो?
So like hearing your whole journey, it's been an inspiration because, as you mentioned about college life, and everything, the confidence that he has, and confidence Anna, and feeling on different perspectives. As you mentioned all about this for CV, GD, and I guess a lot of people have very misconceptions about क्या गलत होते हैं. But as you did everything, CV में we have to focus on confidence is the key. So as you mentioned, and you are living proof that confidence brings the best out of you. And as you mentioned in CV, you have to focus on the keywords because the company is looking, you don't have time. You have to stay precise and dependent. And in GT, as you mentioned, a lot of us, as you mentioned, the most important thing, I remember that there's no wrong answer. All of you a lot of us are amicably conscious that maybe we're saying something wrong and they lose their flow of confidence there. So as you mentioned, this is something that we are and also not to stretch too much and be precise, and as mentioned, not to stay and stay positive in life. And you're the living proof that you're here with us on your journey. So actually, thank you for all that wonderful knowledge. We have a massive risk from the audience. The live stream combination is going with a lot of doubts. For one of them, from Saurabh Kumar, he has asked how much emphasis does
Sorry to
the
interrupt,
interviewer
Moni.
put on in.
Hello, Moni.
Yes, sir.
There is a network issue from your side.
Yes,
Please check.
am I audible?
You are audible, but it was a bit
Hmm.
this thing. I was able to make it, but not
Oh,
everything. But that's okay. That's okay. Do you
okay.
have Wi-Fi in your college
Sorry,
now?
sir.
No problem. No problem.
So few of us have installed, few of us are thinking about it. Depends.
College doesn't give
Sorry for the
Wi-Fi.
network issue.
College doesn't give Wi-Fi.
So we have Wi-Fi in our libraries.
Okay.
Yes. So the first question is from Saurabh Kumar. He have asked how much emphasis does the interviewer put on internship certificate on the resume?
हाँ, देखो internship तो I missed that. Internship may be for most of you the only real life experience, correct? So internship plays. Now, how do you put that internship? No, that is also important. Uh, try to put the training for 6 weeks or whatever, 12 weeks, whatever. I don't know at the moment what is happening. So uh, put a very clear project. Okay, I've seen people writing. Even though just to let you know, I don't come from the IT industry, even though I work in those companies, I come from the business side of it. But I heard people don't write training in say in this particular department of this. No, write some project, है ना? उसको ऐसे बनाओ कि a project which means that actually there was a clear deliverable from your side. Try to word play करना होता है करो, no issues in that. तो उसको ऐसे ट्रेनिंग वेनिंग वर्ड तो लिखो ही नहीं, है ना? पहाड़ में जाया my contribution was to deliver this project. ठीक है, ऐसे सोचो. तो internship तो yes, I missed that point. Is very important because most of us you and also as I know, I mean, I'm not very much aware, but there are some online ये सब होते हैं ना, Google भी करते project देते रहता है ना. So if you people try to keep doing it
Yes,
and हाँ, तो वो सब बहुत important होता है, बहुत, है ना? I missed that part completely. तो वो सब ना करो, है ना? करके डालो, दिस प्रोजेक्ट डिलीवर, दिस प्रोजेक्ट डिलीवर, ये सब तो बहुत किलर है टू ऐड. यस.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So we have one more question from Shivam Singh. He said, how to tackle in GD when you find out the topic is not relevant to you?
हाँ, देखो
How do
होता
you
है
deal
कि
with it?
हाँ, जैसे मैं एग्जांपल दे रहा था, व्हेन यू मे नॉट हैव द, तो कभी-कभी तो बैड लक है तो बैड लक है, आई विल वेरी ऑनेस्ट, है ना? लेकिन फिर भी क्या होता है, यू वेट एंड हियर पीपल, है ना? यू वेट एंड हियर पीपल एंड देन ट्राई टू गेट समथिंग आउट ऑफ इट एंड यू मे ट्राई टू समराइज दैट, है ना? कि और यू कैन से यस आई एग्री विद राकेश एंड what he is saying, these are the things. So like that, but don't speak just one line, है ना? Try to put together, wait for you a little bit, hear others, and then try to summarize few things. That is one way of looking at it. If we don't have the um, um, uh, strong this thing on the topic, that may happen. But then in that case, try to do the summarized role and wait for it a little bit. Hear everybody and then try to write, speak something. एंड डोंट स्पीक जस्ट वन लाइन, दैट विल वो नहीं सुन, वो पता नहीं चलता है, इतना हंगामा होते रहता है। नो मैटर व्हाट आई से, पीपल जीडी में अभी भी वो मछली बाजार ही बनता है।
Yes, sir. So we have one more question.
हाँ,
Someone is asking, please suggest us some. So there's one more question. They're asking how to improve your resume. How could you stand out, as our main aim is to grab maximum internships and job opportunity? Or
हाँ,
what new things or what we could add on our resumes?
देखो, रिज्यूमे तो क्या है, रिज्यूमे तो जो आप हैं वही हैं, है ना? इफ यू इन्वेस्ट इन योरसेल्फ, लर्न न्यू स्किल्स, ओनली थिंग व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग इज हाउ टू पुट इट टू देम, है ना? आपको अगर कुछ लैंग्वेजेस, कुछ स्किल्स सीख लिया है आपने, कुछ गूगल के कोर्सेज कर लिए हैं, तो वो सब आपको इन्वेस्ट करने ही होंगे। अदरवाइज तो इंग्लिश रहेगा, तो वो तो पता चल जाता है ना? और नेवर गो टू दिस प्रोफेशनल ऐसे राइटर फाइटर, ऐसा सब सब फेक है, ठीक है? It's not very difficult if you have invested in yourself. All of you are in second year.
So we have a diverse
अच्छा
members in
ठीक है,
audience. We have
हाँ
first year, second year, third year, everyone.
हाँ, अच्छा ठीक, हाँ, so have something, because I told na, don't write long sentences in CV. Never to any
Yes.
sentence should not go to second line. Try not to go, है ना? एक लाइन में खत्म हो जाना चाहिए, so that it becomes more succinct. So CV is you, so you have to invest in yourself and do that so that you can write something.
Yes, sir. We have one more related question from Shubham Sharma. He
Hmm.
asked, do we need to mention declaration statement at the end of our resume?
So which declaration? Sorry, I didn't get.
So Shubham Sharma is asking, do we need to mention declaration statement at
No,
the
no.
end of our resume?
अरे नहीं यार,
No, right?
नहीं नहीं, और अनलेस दे आस्क फॉर रेफरेंस, रेफरेंस भी डालने का जरूरत नहीं है, ये सब कुछ नहीं होता है। वो सब बात का, बहुत लोग रेफरेंस रेफरेंस भी डाले हुए रहते हैं, नो नीड। हाँ, बट फ्रेशर को तो उतना नहीं होता होगा, आई डोंट नो। नहीं तो रेफरेंस भी वो लोग सब इकट्ठा करके रखना चाहिए, कुछ नोन बड़े आदमी लोगों का अगर मिल जाता है ना? तो वो सबसे रखना चाहिए। बट आई डोंट थिंक इन फ्रेशर इट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड, आई थिंक इट्स अ लैटरल हायर में ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होता है।
Okay, sir.
ओके।
So there's one more question. We have observed that in our GDs, that the one who tries to dominate in the
हुँ,
GD gets
हुँ।
selected. Then how should we proceed? Should we stay on the dominant side or should we add on later?
नहीं, ये जो है ना मिथ है ना? कि
Okay.
डोमिनेंट सेलेक्ट हो जाता है, अनलेस द अदर्स दे लीव इट टू हिम, है ना? और हर, ऐसा नहीं होता है। एंड देखो, अगर आपका पर्सनैलिटी है, यू वांट टू स्टार्ट, स्टार्ट। आई विल नॉट से, अगेन डोंट टेक मी एज़ कि आपने बोला था कि नहीं ये करने के लिए। अगर आपको लगता है कि यू आर एबल टू पुल इट ऑफ, डू इट, बट नॉट ऑल आर सो दिस थिंग, सो दे यू वेट फॉर योर चांसेस। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, आई विल टेल यू, मेरा जो था एक जीडी था, you won't believe, we were 8 people and all 8 finally qualified, I think ऐसा था ही नहीं हमारे, हो ही नहीं सकता ऐसा। I'll tell you very honest, ऐसा चांसेस कितना समझो, मतलब you know the competitiveness that is there, correct? And all 8 were there when I joined, अरे तुम, अरे तुम, अरे तुम भी, Just imagine. And why it happened, I always feel that's what my big learning. We actually didn't fight. Maybe कुछ था, हम लोग एक ही टाइप के थे लोग, थोड़ा होता है लोग, है ना, डाउन टू अर्थ हम्बल टाइप के लोग थे। साउथ इंडिया में आई वाज, मैं बैंगलोर में मेरा सेंटर था। हम लोगों ने आराम से जीडी हैंडल किया था। हम लोगों ने ऐसा नहीं था कि हम लोगों ने प्लान किया था। घुसे सब ऐसे ही थे, सब धीरे-धीरे बोल रहे थे अपना-अपना पॉइंट, एंड ऑल 8 क्वालिफाइड। जस्ट इमेजिन। This is- So
Okay,
ऐसा
sir.
नहीं है।
So it would have been wonderful.
तो लक भी होता है।
So there's one more question from Abhishek Kumar Singh. It is a
हम्म,
very common question that all of us have. How to overcome the fear of rejection and stage fear?
हाँ, देखो, किसी चीज को, है ना, दिस इज ए नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन इन आवर लाइफ, पर्सनल लाइफ, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ। रिजेक्शन
Yes, sir.
होना ही है ना। बहुत जगह रिजेक्ट, मैं तो यार बुढ़ा हूँ, अभी भी रिजेक्ट हो जाता हूँ। तो इसको, नथिंग इज एंड ऑफ द वर्ल्ड। मैं देखो, माय पर्सनल बिलीव है, वो तभी होता है जब उसका टाइम होता है। हाँ, मैं कोई बाबा टाइप का आदमी नहीं हूँ, लेकिन मैं बिलीव इन दीज़ थिंग्स, जब जिसका टाइम होता है तभी होता है। तो कभी मुझे भी कुछ चीज़ें जल्दी मिल गई। मैंने, यू वोंट बिलीव, आई एम द यंगेस्ट इन माय बैच। आई मीन, I got in the college when I was not even 19. You won't believe, है ना? तो मुझे जल्दी मिल गया, है ना? लेकिन फिर मुझे बाद में रोड ब्लॉक्स भी आए। You have to just build yourself कि ये है, ये होते रहेगा। लाइफ इतनी लंबी, अभी तो आप लोग सब 18, 20, 21 टाइप के हो गए, है ना, मैक्स। अभी तो आपको बहुत कुछ देखना है यार, ये तो कुछ नहीं है। ये तो हमें याद भी नहीं रहता है कि क्या बात है कॉलेज में कितने इंटरव्यूज़ मैंने फ्लंक किए। वो सब तो याद भी नहीं रहता है। एंड ऑफ कोर्स कहना बहुत ईज़ी है। आई आल्सो वेंट थ्रू वेरी बैड मेंटल स्टेट, देन कम्स योर फैमिली हू हेल्प यू इन दैट। बट पर्सनली आई ऑलवेज़ फील ये होना ही है, कोई नहीं कह सकता है। आउटसाइड से आप मुझे, आपको लग रहा होगा ये तो बिंदास आदमी है, तो इसका तो बहुत ईज़ी चल रहा है। नहीं यार, ऐसा नहीं है। वी ऑल गो थ्रू अप्स एंड डाउन्स, होते ही रहता है। तो और जॉब तो यार, मैंने 2 बात बोली आपको। इतना आप इंटरव्यू में फेल होने के लिए आप जाके जायसवाल से दारू पी लाके दारू पियोगे था। लेकिन ये जान लो, उसी जगह नौकरी हो जाती है और 3 महीने बाद आप फिर दूसरी नौकरी चले जाते हो। तो क्या किया यार, उस जॉब में अगर मिल ही गया था तो ऐसा तो कुछ था नहीं। तो और आप देखो, अगर इर्द-गिर्द देखो, अपने कज़िन्स को देखो, एल्डर ब्रदर्स को देखो, एल्डर सिस्टर्स को देखो, फैमिली में देखो, है ना? कितना लाइफ, कितने लोग एक ही जगह उसकी वजह से सीईओ बन जाते हैं यार, कुछ नहीं है। जब होना है होगा, डोंट लूज़ योर होप, होगा ही। तुम लोग बहुत अच्छे कॉलेज, अच्छा होना ही है। इन आवर बैच नॉट अ सिंगल, हमारे टाइम तो कोई नौकरी ही नहीं दिया। हमारा तो वही बैच सब था ना, हम लोग पास करके कि अब देखते हैं क्या करना है, दिल्ली चलो। तो ऐसे वाला थे हम लोग। हमारे यहाँ पे नौकरी ही नहीं थी, 0, एक भी बच्चे को नौकरी नहीं थी हमारे टाइम में। तो हम लोग ऐसे लोग थे। फिर भी हम लोगों ने काटा है ना। हम लोग को ऐसा लगता है क्या कि हम लोग को कोई फ़र्क नहीं हुआ था? घर से निकले तो नौकरी नहीं ली। क्योंकि हम वी हैड पीपल लाइक मेनी पीपल लाइक मी had options of going to RSCs and all. We didn't go. I don't want to get into this discussion. तो लग रहा था, अरे वो तो
Yes.
उधर गया, त्रिची से यूएस चला गया, मैं यहाँ बिना नौकरी के बैठा हुआ हूँ वापस। तो बुरा तो लगता ही है, लेकिन उस समय उतना इजी नहीं होता जितना इजीली आई
Yes.
आई एम टॉकिंग, आई एम वेरी ऑनेस्ट फॉर यू पीपल, बिकॉज़ यू हैव नॉट येट
Yes.
सीन। बट माय एक्सपीरियंस इज़, बहुत लोड नहीं लेने का है, वो हो जाता है, हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा, कुछ अच्छा ही होता है।
Yes.
ट्रस्ट योरसेल्फ, बट कुछ करते रहो टू बिल्ड
Yes.
समथिंग न्यू इन यू, वो हो जाएगा, होता ही है।
Sure, sir. Yes, sir. So truly said. So we have one more question from
हाँ,
Shatrughan Sinha.
हुँ,
Sir, how could we use LinkedIn for a
हुँ।
fruitful way? How could we use it for the optimum
देखो लिंक्डइन वगैरह ना,
use
अब
for ourselves?
पता नहीं, लिंक्डइन तो फेसबुक जैसा हो गया है यार, अब वो डज़न्ट हैज़ द सेम व्हाट इट वाज़ से 5। माइक्रोसॉफ्ट जो भी खरीदता है लेके डुबो देता है यार एक्चुअली। तो लिंक्डइन में तो ज्ञान इतना मिलता है कि अब कौन, मतलब आई हार्डली गो टू लिंक्डइन नाउ। तो आई विल से, अभी एज़ अ फ्रेशर आई डोंट थिंक देयर इज़ मच दैट यू कैन डू देयर। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, वो कचरा है यार। सब इतने सारे ज्ञान भर भर के रात को क्रिकेट मैच होगा, व्हाट 10 लाइफ लेसन्स आई लर्न फ्रॉम धोनी सिक्स ऑन द लास्ट बॉल, क्या दिमाग खराब अभी ना। डोंट गेट इनटू टू मच इनटू दैट, बिकॉज देखो, जस्ट ऐसे रिक्वेस्ट भेज के ऐड करके वो सबसे कुछ होता नहीं है, पीपल डोंट रिमेम्बर यू। ऐसे कनेक्ट होने से कुछ भी नहीं होता है
Yes,
ना, unless you know. I mean,
true,
that's my
sir.
way of. I have two friends. I have good friends. That's the way I look at it. My life. Don't try to. उससे नहीं होता है, एंड बिकॉज अभी आप लोग फोकस करो टू बिल्ड स्किल्स, बिल्ड न्यू थिंग्स, डू सम प्रोजेक्ट्स ऑनलाइन, ये वो, उससे दैट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट, है ना, एंड फोकस ऑन डूइंग सम हायर
Yes, sir.
स्टडी. That's something I will always suggest all of you. It's
Sure.
very fruitful, very fruitful. It helps a lot.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much for providing the roadmap. I believe that your answers and guidance have helped us to compile each one of us to discover a new way of thinking about personality development, about a CV, GD, because a lot of us had a lot of misconceptions, and your guidance have made it all clear. Thank you for that. Sir, before that, we would like to request you to please accept this token of love from our behalf, Mechanical Engineering Society. We feel blessed to have you, and you have given your valuable time despite the fact that, but you still took out time from your busy schedule, and we are really thankful for that.
Hey, thanks, Ola, and it's always my pleasure. And this, whenever you feel connect with me on something, I'm always ready. For me, whatever I have learned, there is nothing that I want to keep it in myself. Thanks, all, and all the best. I'm sure you people will do much better than what we did, and our college has a bright future. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So I think we are blessed to have alumni like you who are always there to guide us. And as you said, whenever we need help, we could always come to you. That's your generosity, that's your humbleness, and we are really thankful for that. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to invite Shreya sir for the vote of thanks.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening,
Sir,
Shreya.
myself Shreyas, a third year student from Mechanical Engineering and Head of Research and Development at Mechanical Engineering Society. Sir, I would like to present warm greetings from Mechanical Engineering Society and thank you for spending so much of time in this session. It was really a great session. Sir, actually, our professor in charge was about to join today, but due to some urgency, he couldn't join.
Oh,
So he has asked us to send some warm greetings and wish you a very happy new year.
hey, thanks, Shreya, and thank you, and it was great interacting with all of you. I really liked talking to you people. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So in near future, we would also organize more such events with you. It was
No
wonderful
problem.
session.
I will be happy. Don't worry. You can just reach out to me.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day, a great evening, and a nice Sunday.
Yes, sir. Same to you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Moni, you can conclude.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an intriguing and share of knowledge on this topic. And this surely helped the students to upscale their understanding about different aspects. As sir mentioned, unfortunately, our esteemed professor, Dr. Manoj Kumar, the head of Department of Mechanical Engineering, is not present here. But we would humbly like to take this opportunity to thank him. Because of his guidance, the Mechanical Engineering Society is progressing rapidly and towards achieving its goal. The webinar would have not been possible without the help and effort of our honorable HOD sir. Thank you to all the MES members for making this webinar successful. At last, we would like to thank all the students who are present here in the webinar for making it such an interactive and interesting session with their questions and queries. And I believe all of us have taken something from it, and sir's answers and guidance have given us the best answers that we could ever ask for. No matter how much experience you have, there is always something new you can learn and room for improvement. And personality development is the major time saver. The better you become, the less time it takes you to achieve your goals. I hope and believe that you all took something from precious from this session, the personality development. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our audience for such an overwhelming response and support. And we will be back soon with more intriguing and intellectual sessions in the future. To the audience present here, I would request if they have these, if they have friends or someone who have interest in this topic, you could always search for the videos on online. As it's a live session, you can search it on YouTube and you would get the session. So thank you so much for your time, and I think it was a wonderful session. We got to know about a lot of things through your journey, about your college and the professional aspects. And despite you being very busy and you were not well, we feel really blessed that you still took out time for us. I could not emphasize it on so much more, but thank you so much, sir.
Hey, thank you. My pleasure. Thanks a lot, and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. We can log off?
Okay, with this, we are here to the end of our session. Yes, sir. Pardon, sir.
No, no, no. I was just checking. We can log off, correct? Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.